So Dodgers, as you went to the White House and shook the hand of a president that rapes women, I want to ask you a question. If Donald Trump had sexually assaulted your mom, would you have gone? If Donald Trump was defending men that molested your daughter on Epstein Island, would you have gone to the White House? If your mom or dad or cousin was in one of his concentration camps, or heaven forbid, had lost their lives in one of these concentration camps, if your son or daughter was in there eating maggot-filled food and moldy bread, would you have gone there? If your daughter was one of the people that were murdered in his bombing in Iran, would you have gone there? If your dad was Officer Sitnik or one of the officers that took their lives after January 6th, would you have gone there? You're damn right the answer is no. So why in the fuck did you go? Because you didn't care. You wanted to be close to power. And the Dodgers just proved that they might be winners on the baseball field, but morally, but off the field, every single one of you mediocre men, you're losers in life. You could have stood for something and you didn't. Maybe you should have watched Colin Kaepernick. The man stood for something. He stood on principle, on integrity. He put his career on the line to stand up for what was right. And not one of you little cowardly bitches said, I'm not going to go shake the hand of a rapist. That is exactly why we're here as a country. Every day, when sports teams, when celebrities, when artists, podcasters normalize this, you're saying it's okay to be a shitty human being. I don't care as long as I get something out of it. And the fact that symbolically the Dodgers really represent the MAGA movement, right? Because 77 million Americans, most of them MAGA, said, I don't care that Trump's a rapist. I don't care that he defends child molesters. I don't care that he caused an insurrection. I don't care that he's a felon. I don't care that he cheats on his wives, has dinner with white supremacists, told us to inject bleach, post memes of Barack Obama as monkeys. I don't care that he didn't rent to black people or doesn't end the war and funds the genocide in Gaza. You said, I don't care. I was promised lower taxes. That's exactly what the Dodgers did. I don't care about any of that. I just want to be close to power and get my 15 minutes of fame shaking the hand of a rapist. You're all disgusting human beings. And I challenge every single one of you Dodgers, if any one of you actually has a pair of balls, to go tell your daughters tonight at the dinner table why Trump just paid a woman $5.2 million. I dare you. I dare any of you Dodgers to have some goddamn balls and do it. But you won't because you're a bunch of fucking cowards. I dare you to show them the video of January 6th and explain why those officers that took their lives will never see their families again, why you said that was okay to shake his hand. I dare you to just sit down with your daughters and explain why you shook the hand of a man that defends child molesters. But you won't because you're a bunch of damn cowards. That's what the Dodgers are. And every team, every artist, and every celebrity that does this normalizes this repulsive, repugnant behavior. You said, I don't care because it doesn't affect me. And this is what's wrong with America. When I'm making this video, there's a sign in the window. Has an image of the American flag and it says, United we stand. Well, Dodgers, you just said that we're not united. That I don't care unless something affects me. And it's interesting. This quote that my friend actually really defines what the Dodgers did. She said, if you think that I'm going to sacrifice my personal comfort or my family's comfort for a stranger, you're sadly mistaken. And that's exactly what the LA Dodgers did. They said, I don't care because it doesn't directly affect me. And that's why this country's here. there's not enough people speaking out like I'm doing, saying this is not okay. Nothing that I said in this video is Republican or Democrat. I am neither. I am an independent. I think both parties have failed us. I'm talking about basic human morality. And when I hear people say, well, we're such a divided country, you know why we're divided? It has nothing to do with politics. It has to do with the fact that people in this country, especially women, are victims of sexual assault. And too many of you cowardly ass men said, I don't care because it wasn't my mom. It wasn't my daughter. It wasn't my aunt. That's why we're here. I have a family member that was the victim of assault that was crying on the phone. How could 77 million people not care about this? And the LA Dodgers just proved that's why, because they don't care. You want to be a great country? Take a stand for something. And the Dodgers just proved you could win as many trophies as you want and still be miserable, pathetic human beings. Because you're a piss poor example to young men in this country how you're supposed to support women. And ironically, some random guy in a parking lot before he goes into Costco has more balls than the entire team of the Dodgers. Have a white day, Dodgers. Good luck with that conversation with your daughter tonight.